So I wanted to show you a mobilization that I use to recapture a normal propulsive foot. So a lot of times you'll see the talus and the calcaneus moving together. And so what people are doing is they're using a late propulsive strategy in the foot to actually push off of. And so what we want is make sure we have normal tibial translation over the foot, but to do that we have to have normal relative motion. So I'm gonna have you zoom in on my hands here real quick. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the calcaneus, I'm gonna distract the calcaneus, I'm gonna reach across, and I'm gonna move the talus into its normal, what we consider closed chain pronation position. So it's going to look kind of like that. And then I'm going to take my fingers, I'm going to grab the navicular, I'm going to move the first ray as well. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to create, through this mobilization, and then maybe show the high velocity version of this, we're going to show this normal pronated position of the foot. And what we should see, if we do this right, is we should see the propulsive strategy propagate up the extremity. And so we're going to actually use Austin's hip here as a representation of us recapturing this whole thing. So what we should see is recapturing some of that hip internal rotation that I know he doesn't have. So now back up a little bit and we'll show Austin. Lay back on your back, bud. So come down here at this end. So as I move him into internal rotation, you can kind of see that Austin is a little bit restricted in his internal rotation. Now, go ahead and lay on your left hip for me. Come around this way, Jesse. And I'll show you my hand position. So again, come back. So same hand position I just showed on the model. So I'm going to grab the calcaneus with my left hand. So I'm going to trap it as such, and I'm going to distract a little bit this way, and then I'm going to move him towards eversion. I'll take my other hand, and so my thumb kind of fits right into the sinus tarsi right there, so I got a good hold of the talus, and so I'm actually creating this pronated position of the subtalar joint, like so. And then I push down, I'm going to move into a little bit of dorsiflexion so I get this pronated position, and then I grab the navicular with my fingers and I move that towards that pronated position as well. Now back up a little bit so we can see this whole thing. So I want to see Austin from his foot up to his hip, okay? You see that? Okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold this mobilization, and then I'm just going to give him like a little wave up in, and you felt the cavitation already. You felt it go, right? So basically, what I can do is I hold the mobilization here. So I'm holding him in this closed chain pronated foot, and then I'm just going to create a little wave that goes up into his hip. And again, I can just, and you felt it go again, right? Yeah. So each time again. So I can just do that, and then just shorten the wave to turn it into a high velocity manipulation. Go ahead and lean your back. Now back up a little bit, Jesse, so we can see that. Come down here. And so right away we get the internal rotation back in the hip just from doing the little mobilization through the foot. So what we have to respect here is that we have the mechanics that are coming from the ground up that influence the pelvic position, the hip position, and not just the foot when we're trying to recapture this propulsive strategy. So hopefully that was useful for you, and you can start to practice that. If you have any questions or concerns about this, just post them here on the video.